Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Rancho Podcast. What's up, Spence?
What's up, baby? I got dog shit all over my shoes.
Oh, God.
No, I'm just kidding. I've been tracking all through the floors.
Oh, that's what that was. All over my brand new floors.
All the cashmere carpet.
Makes me think of the SpongeBob. I don't know why. The SpongeBob where he's just mopping the floor. And then all of a sudden, what is it? It's like the cranberry juice or whatever, the red stuff. Goes all over, and he's just still mopping.
but he's just so fucked. Yeah.
Then the next scene is what is it? It's the guy. I just finished my life essay written in red ink, and then the water comes by, and oh man, it's all ruined and everything.
Takes it all out. Yeah. Dude, SpongeBob's epic.
So what is up, my doctor friend?
Hey, buddy.
How did the interview go?
Oh, it was pretty good. I mean, it was like cause I'm applying for medical school, so I hit up my family practitioner, good friends with, for a letter recommendation. So I need 3-letter recommendations. So I was like, I hit him up, and there's another doctor there that wanted him to write a letter for me, but I didn't have his number. So I texted the original doctor's wife, which her and my mom grew up together. So then I was like, hey, can I get this guy's the other doctor's number?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, but you should come work for us until you get accepted. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So she literally, this was yesterday, and then she texted me today. She's like, come down at 4:30 and get an interview by the manager, and we'll hire you. She wants to hire me on the spot. But the problem is I'm probably not going to do it because it's like a receptionist thing where she just kind of wants me to she just there's not like from what I qualified for, they don't really have. It's either you're a receptionist there, you're an actual doctor, or you're a nurse. There's no in between. I can do vials. And stuff
I see what you mean. Yeah.
So I went in there and she's like, yeah, you can just run the phone, send emails. I'm like, I mean, I don't really need a receptionist job, but I get it. I get where she's coming from, but I don't.
Well, here's what you do because after high school I started working at Chick-fil-A, and the main thing that I always thought about was your main thing has to be building your resume. Yeah. So you look at this now, you're fresh right out of. You basically have your bachelor's now. You're right about ready to.
It's right above you.
Yeah. 9/11, baby. That's when you got it.
Literally. It literally says the 11th of September.
Oh, my gosh.
I should have done this 10 years ago.
Oh, my God. Oh, 20 years ago.
Was it 2001?
Dude, we were
oh, yeah, it's 2021.
4 years old.
2011.
I don't even remember 9/11. But,
oh, yeah.
We'll save that topic. You got to think about your resume, though. Build your resume because after Chick-fil-A, I always thought, okay, I have this, I worked fast food Chick-fil-A, so now I can apply to, the least I can apply to is McDonald's. No offense to anyone working McDonald's, but realistically, Chick-fil-A is way better than McDonald's.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
And
you get Sundays off.
Oh, dude, it was great. And I got overtime and everything. Dude, I was making money like Chick-fil-A. Granted, as 18 years old and everything, but basically, yeah, you have to build your resume, and then going on to the next job, I went to working for the city. So now I have, when I applied to the next job, I say, I worked Chick-fil-A, I worked UPS, I worked for the city of Rancho Cucamonga, Now it's, this person has experience, diverse experience, So I think you should do it. I think you should do it just a couple days, say, hey, I'm applying to med school, I still got to finish this out and everything. Yeah. But I would like to get my hands, in the industry, Yeah. So then, let's just say you apply to Kaiser. Yeah, I worked at this family doctor and everything, and I was working the front desk, or I was doing this, and that, I was around, because for those of you that don't know, I myself also work in a hospital too. I'm not a doctor. I'm a painter, painting the walls all day. But aside from that, going back to it.
You're not a proctologist?
I was an aniologist. So what was I saying?
You were in Kaiser.
Just building your resume.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't have shit on my resume besides UPS.
Yeah, I know.
Because I was just doing school full time. So I'm like, it's not worth it because I was taking heavy ass classes. I'm like, I don't need
that's a different resume. Now you just started. Now look at how when I was 18 working, it's like the game of life, Yeah. When you start the board game of life, you can either do the long way, and you roll the dice. Hopefully, you get a good job, good salary, and everything, or you can just go straight to having a job.
Yeah.
we both started our different routes, and granted, we're both playing our own board game. We're both going through this game called life and everything.
Yeah.
But now you're at that green spot. So eventually, it connects.
The G spot.
The G spot, exactly. The G green spot right there. And so where I was 18 working at Chick-fil-A, I was already here because I skipped all that. But now, you're here. Time to fucking start building your resume.
Yeah, but that's the thing is too. I've already applied to a bunch of different jobs and I've gotten callbacks. But one of them was like from Temecula. Dude, it was weird though.
Don't.
I know, but I'm not going to. But it was weird because I looked and I was the job description was like cloning. I'm like, what the fuck? It was like some weird. I was like, okay, well, I called them like, yeah, come in, and I was like, I don't.
Could it
it's
be
not really
cloning
worth
of
it.
like
It literally just said. There's a lot of description to
agricultural
it. It was like
cloning,
vials and stuff like that, like a lab technician, but like a lab scientist technician or something like that. Just back there, but literally on there it says cloning. I'm like, okay,
oh my gosh.
Imagine I show up and like, yeah, you can't talk about this, but we're making people. I'm like, but we're gonna pay you like enough. But yeah, I was
That's
gonna do it, but it's
crazy.
in Temecula. I'm like, dude, I don't even. And like, I was like talking to him and she's like, show me my address, and it's gonna be like an hour and like 20-minute drive.
Yeah,
every day. I'm
dude.
like, I don't.
That's a push.
I'll just keep
Espe-
looking.
That's not even with traffic.
Yeah, but what were you gonna tell me before you got here? You're all hyped.
Oh
You called
my
before
gosh,
you showed up.
dude! Total like straight XNXX status. Like you just were on page 4 and you found a good. Oh, that's a good one right there. Happened to me.
You were jerking off before you came over?
No, almost like a porn video though. It was exact like I'm like, all right, I gotta go. So I was getting ready to walk out to come over here, shoot for the podcast and everything. And then sweet little Susie comes on by, knocks on the door. Hey, excuse me, do you have like a drill bit? I just got a couch, blah blah. Oh yeah, no problem, and she's an older woman, so of course I'm gonna go over there and like help her out, like I'm not gonna just say, hey, here's all my tools, go ahead, assemble your own couch. No, of course I'm gonna go over there. I've helped her even before. It's in the back of my mind. I'm like, if I help her, I know she's gonna bake me cookies. Dude, she's awesome like that. I'll get home. There's a little bag. Hope you enjoy the cookies. So I'm actually kind of expecting some cookies here in the next week. But so I go over there, and like Daniel's on his way over here. You just text me, hey, I'm on my way home and everything. So I'm go. And then she comes, yeah, I need the drill bit. Yeah, sure. So I walk over there, start putting the couch together and everything. And then she starts, yeah, so how's the married life? Oh, I love it. Like I love taking her out and everything. And it's just like a whole new feeling, everything.
Do you?
Yes. It's anyways. And then so I was talking to her. Yeah, it was I enjoyed it too before, but I'm single now and everything. And then she just kept talking to me about that and her being like single and like she's just like alone and stuff. And I'm like,
Wait, how old is she? Like probably like mid-30s?
no, I'm talking like in her like late 50s.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe not late 50s, like
Well,
maybe
yeah.
50s,
Okay.
50s. Sweet lady, very sweet lady, but here's the thing. So once I finished assembling her couch and like, why is it that
You assembled the whole couch?
well, I just had to put the legs on, 4 little
Okay.
legs, and it was not too hard, but every single little thing that was said, I'm like, why does everything sound so dirty? I'm like, yeah, the screw's just not going in the hole and everything. And
Wait, you're saying these things?
we're just both conversating and everything is
Yeah.
dirty. And I'm like, of course I'm trying to keep my cool, and everything. I don't want to seem like I'm. Well, it was a total normal. The neighbor helping the other neighbor, but everything said was dirty. Oh yeah, the screw's just not going. It's just not fitting. I think we need to maybe take it out, shove it in, take it out. Like, and it wasn't even. It was all like non-harmful, but dirty. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, I'm straight on Pornhub right now, like watching freaking mature MILF or something.
Amateur. So you guys fucked though, right?
No, we didn't.
Oh, what was your story going?
No, so and then once we finish,
Imagine like, I cheated, dude.
I cheated and Karis here. No,
Here first.
but here's the weird thing. as soon as I'm done, I'm like, I go, we put the couch up and everything. And then I see like a little, it looked like a laced lingerie, like kind of peeking out. And like, I was just kind of picking up the trash around there, and I almost grabbed it, and I'm like, nope, picked up the trash and everything. And then I just go by the door. I'm like, okay, is that it? Plus I had Daniel calling me the whole time. Hey, where are you at? Where are you at? I'm like, as soon as I saw the lingerie,
I'm having
like,
an affair.
yeah, I'm like,
20.
no, I was a good boy though. I was a good boy. I go by the door. I'm like, hey, I'll see you later. This is all good. All right, I'm out.
Yeah, right.
I'll see the cookies later.
So you don't want to fuck?
Yeah, seriously. But I've talked to people though, like in my like the work that I do and everything. They say whenever they do like residentials, they have a couple stories of just like women at home bored, and they're like painting, and they like keep checking up and like twiddle their hair and everything for me to twiddle my beard
As they're just smelling like shit covered in paint.
yeah,
Asshole,
sweaty,
their
fucking
butt cracks are
swamp
hanging out.
balls
Yeah, you're
everywhere, like yeah, paint all over your face
Yeah.
and everything. But yeah, just literally it happens. They say it really happens. Like just people are home alone bored, and they just want to fuck.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's true.
And then you get some young hunk coming in, you know, oh yeah, let me drill this screw into the hole and assemble your couch and everything. Like,
I'll fix it for you.
yeah. Oh, you got a leak in your sink? Yeah, I'll fix it. Where are your pants at?
Where your clothes at? Dude, those are fucking hilarious. What was I gonna say? Oh, this weekend I went to NAU. Did you see my story though when Ethan had that party and that 14-year-old kid came in the house?
That wasn't his brother?
No, it was some kid on a scooter just hanging out. He wanted to come in a college party. Yeah, didn't we brought him in? Ethan kicked him out.
No way.
And he kept coming back. He's like, "Oh, come on, man, let me in." I'm like, "Come on, let's let him in for a little bit just to have." I was like, "Don't let him drink beer or anything because he's fucking 14." It's not like it's different.
And
He's
we're
like,
on camera.
it's not like it's like it's different. Maybe he was like 20 or 19 or something like that. He just having a good
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But this kid was 14. And he's like, "I'm gonna be 15 soon." I'm like, "Oh, brother, you
What a
don't know."
ballsy kid.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, we were doing crazy shit like that in 8th grade, but like we weren't going. I was definitely not going to college parties
Yeah.
alone. This guy's on a scooter and shit. But
Riding a scooter around the house and everything.
he was like lying to everybody, saying like he's like, "No, like I live by the movie theaters." I'm like, "What? I don't know this place at all." But I'm like, and
Yeah.
Flagstaff, and I'm like, well, I guess there's a movie theater near us, and they're like, "No, there's no movie around here, like movie theater around here." And one of the girls is like, "I know he lives in the neighborhood. I know this kid." He's like, "You don't know me. You don't know shit." And like,
Oh my god.
you know.
Sounds like his name's like Isaac or something.
No, it's Caleb.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. But we brought him in for a little bit. Then Ethan kicked him out, and he ran around the back, came back in, and then he kicked him out again. And then he wouldn't leave. He was like out there for an hour, and I went up there and like, "Dude, we get it. Like, I respect the hustle. It's like really cool. Like, I definitely didn't have the balls that you have like at your age." I was like, "Let me see your balls."
But then he was
brother."
just being annoying at that point.
Yeah,
You know,
and then
it's like the annoying little brother. Like,
yeah. So like he was cool with me and Core because everyone was just like pissed off at him in a way. So like, come on, we walked him home, dude. I was walking home. He like. Corey's like ripping his like vape, his Novo, and he's like, "Is that a Novo 4?" And he goes, "No, it's a Novo 2." And he goes, "Let me buy it off here for $40." Corey's like, "No," and he's like, "Let me rip it." Corey's like, the kid's just ripping it and shit. And then he's like, "Yeah, let me buy it for $40."
Yes,
Corey's like, "No, dude, give me
fuck.
this shit." And he like he took it back, but yeah, we like walked him home and like we just came back. But dude, that was a fun ass.
walked him
weekend,
home drunk and everything. You know, helped him.
though. Yeah.
Hey, you know, we got Isaac home safe and everything. Sorry, he's a little fucked up. Oh, no problem. Thanks, Spence.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll probably I'll cut this
here's
part
some
out.
cookies.
I'll cut this part out. But I had sex out there. Some random girl.
Nice.
Yeah, we were at that party and like she was like there was her and her two friends and they were dressed as like Billy and Mandy.
Oh, that's cool.
And so she was like Mandy, but
This
she
part you're gonna cut out probably.
yeah, just I don't know, but basically
We'll leave this on the Patreon. $20 a month and you can hear this.
she seemed too fucked up. Like she kept going to the bathroom to like try to throw up. So like, "Oh, I'm not having it." And then eventually like towards the end I walked past her and she's like, "You want to come home with me?" I was like, "No, I feel weird doing that. Like, you're too drunk. Like, I'm not into that at all." She's like, No. And her friends were like, "No, she has two backups, like us." We're like, "What the fuck does that even mean?" She's like, "No, she's fine." She's like, "No, I'm really fine. I'm just like, just wasn't feeling good." And I was like, "Okay, well, I went back and that text, and I was like, damn, it's pretty crazy.
Just one though.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, her friends consented for her.
Yeah, well, no, she was.
And
She
you
was
just
like
only
fine
had
with it.
one?
She was fine with it, but like she seemed sober, but she kept going to the bathroom like she had to throw up. But anyways, I just got that little pit up. I just wanted to say it, but
Dude. Well, it's like so on Halloween, was it Halloween? One of the days, actually, it was Halloween. We went to a bar, and actually just a couple. By the end of it, going home, I get in my car. I was driving and everything. Casey gets in the back of the car, and then I'm like,
oh, it's
Where's
right.
Karis?
This is fuck was I at that day? I
I
was at
think you're
Eric's.
out there.
No, no, it was
You were at Eric's this
no, it
past
was
weekend?
at Dylan's Donnelly when Casey's party.
Yeah, that night.
Yeah, I was at
We
Dylan's.
went to the bars after.
Yeah.
And I just look over where everyone's all in the car, and then I'm like, where's Karis? And this chick is outside fucking rolling around in the grass and everything, and it's like 4 a.m. and that grass was wet. So this girl got grass all over, all like just fucked up and everything, and she's just, I want chicken nuggets. I'm like, come on, Karis, get in. We'll get you chicken nuggets. Where are they? And stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh. But same thing. I'm like, fucking. I'm like, all right, you're good. Let's just get you to bed, and then, I'll roll the dice tomorrow mornings.
Roll the dice tomorrow morning. That's hilarious. What's she doing now? Is she at home?
She goes, what time are you gonna come home? Well, when dinner's done. Basically, it's, hey, that's gonna get her to, hey, dinner's done. Hurry up and get home. That's why I'm always like, all right, Spencer, we're done. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Because dinner's done, baby.
Yeah.
That's the nice part.
What's for
That's-
dinner?
I think she's just doing pizza.
Okay.
I told her just do something because I don't work tonight, so I just do it easy. Just throw pizza in the oven. Target. You go to Target. There's these like New York pan pizzas, or it's like Chicago style or something, dude. Like just different places. Detroit. So dang, dude. You
I
should
don't
throw
fuck with
those.
deep dish. I feel like it's like a pasta. I feel like it's just marinara sauce.
Spence.
Who let you?
Who let you
in there?
back in the house?
Dude, get this shit. So you remember I texted you before I went to Flagstaff, and I was like, dude, I got some crazy thing to talk about.
Yeah.
So it didn't end up happening, but like it's still like it's a thing. So basically, my aunt, Darlene,
Yeah.
she paid $1,600 to see a medium, to like talk to like my mom and like my grandpa.
Oh my gosh.
And so I guess they have like an hour-long video of like their experience and stuff like that.
Oh my
So I was
gosh.
supposed to watch it on Sunday, but I haven't yet. But I probably will. But I'm like, dude, that's crazy, dude. It's a lot of money too, just like see a medium. But I don't know.
Did she like connect with them?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Like she saw the guy's name. He like looked back, like leaned his head back, and like rolled his eyes behind his head. And I haven't seen it yet. I think it's just a recording. I don't know if there's like a video of it, but I'm kind of curious to see what it's like. Because I was talking to my dad about it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, but like, what was the process? How'd they set this up? And he was like,
Yeah.
basically, like, it was like a 3-week process wait list kind of thing. Where I'm like, okay, well, in 3 weeks, it's like you can easily just go through all the social media to find stuff. Like a skeptic, being a skeptic about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
you can easily just come up with a bunch of different like things to
Yeah.
talk about and go through like like I said, like Facebook, Instagram,
And then
Twitter.
also, if I'm assuming it was done online, so like over like,
no, I think they went to see him.
oh, they actually saw them.
I'd
Okay.
imagine. I'm not sure yet. Like I said, I haven't seen the video, but I was like, damn, I wanted to watch it. Because I feel like it'd be super interesting.
So,
I might just talk about it again when I do watch it, just start from the beginning. But basically, yeah, because I feel like when I do watch it, there'll be something cool to talk about.
and I believe it. I'm all in when it comes to that. Basically, like, I won't use the names, but we have a family friend who she saw the medium to connect with someone in her family that recently passed, and this lady, she just said, oh, here's our date and everything, like don't tell me your names, don't tell me anything, and it's just some lady from somewhere else, and they just did it over
Zoom.
And she was going through, and it was like 3 hours long, and then by like hour, like maybe right in the middle, she connects to the person that they were trying to connect with and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this lady, like the medium and everything, she was just talking like in her voice, and then she would kind of, you can see like in her, she starts channeling like a different like spirit or whatever it would be or anything. And then she starts to channel in this girl with kind of like a country accent a little bit, and the medium, as she's I'm getting something like this, and it's the girl they're trying to connect with talked just like that.
Oh, okay.
And she would start to kind of say some words that she would say, and like the phrases, and it's crazy. Like there's like a whole, I mean, I'm being very, very general about it, but me knowing the bit about this person, I can see this person through the medium, and I'm like, whoa, like,
yeah, you feel like you have to know the person and like go through the experience yourself to understand it better.
It's very personable.
Yeah.
Very. And like, even like there was something said like it had to do with like a tattoo, and the medium goes, I'm getting like a shape, like a mark of something, and then
like a swastika.
Oh my gosh, yeah, like a swastika, like
right. Are you a Nazi?
So she's like, I'm getting this logo. Well, you'll remember it later. And then later comes, we end up seeing this video, and that one little part we're watching, and then we go, wait, that's the matching tattoos that we have and everything. And it's like, oh, and she said that you will get it later, and here we are later understanding what she meant. So it's almost like the person connecting through the medium. I don't know. Now you're messing with the timeline and everything, but it's almost like the person with the medium said like, hey, look, I know you're gonna tell this person will connect the dots.
Yeah.
I'm all in when it comes to that. I think it's
I feel like as long as it makes you
truth.
happy, that's all that really matters, I guess. You know, that's what my dad was saying. He's like, even if you think it's bullshit when you listen to it, just don't even like say like, oh, this is bullshit. Just just let it happen, I guess. I'm like, yeah, that's true, but
it's
like Darren says, always be a skeptic.
Dude, I was literally just about to say that right now. I was gonna say, like you said earlier, always be a skeptic. Like it's so true with that, you know, because like there's just different and shit to hear some acid stories of mine when it comes to this stuff, dude. I got some stories, but that's, you gotta work your way to episode 15 for that. Unlocked on the Patreon, $20 a month. Subscribe. Tim Dillon Podcast coming at you with Russell and Spence. 23 minutes going in. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, dude, it's crazy when it comes to that.
Is Matt coming over?
I called him. Should we call him? Nah, we'll do that later. Let's just get the first kind of main
first half.
The first half, yeah. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. The doctors, about the neighbor. I'm like, dude, I swear this is exactly how a porno starts right here. Guy comes over, yeah, let me help screw in your holes, ma'am.
Right.
And then everything, and it's like, oh, there's her lingerie. I don't think that. Okay.
Yeah.
Karis, I know you're gonna watch this. It was harmless. I don't think she did it on purpose. But
he had an affair, Karis. He's lying. He had an affair. You talk yourself out of it. Don't just say nothing. You're making it way worse.
No. No comment.
Oh my god. You better take that ring off. But were you wearing the ring when you helped out?
Yeah, no, I had the ring on. Or this one's like a silicone one.
You like had a glove over?
Yeah, I know.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, just like this. Yeah, I'll help you. No.
Dude.
Take two. Boop.
Right.
But yeah, that's basically it. So I want to talk to you about that. What else did you want to bring up?
Here, I'll cut right here, and then I'll look at
yeah,
my
cut
phone.
that last part out. Fuck that.
What last part? Make it real bad.
Fuck.
Dude, you're an alcoholic.
No, I should. I'm a chipaholic.
Chipaholic.
I should have got these chips out of my mouth before.
You can wait. I can just clip this part out. Alright, there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. No, it's not that I'm an alcoholic. It's just I literally woke up right now. The first thing that went in my system was the White Claw I had before here. Working, you know, just that's just how it goes.
That's
working
your morning
graveyard.
routine. You wake up, just
Well,
open up a
when
White Claw next to your nightstand.
dude, I mean, it's so normal to drink it like a beer around like 5 in the afternoon, something like that. You know, yeah, sure, I'll have a drink, whatever. But that's like my 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So by now I'm at
Wait, so what time do you go to bed?
well, unlike you, I have the opposite problem. I don't sleep. So I went to bed at like 11 a.m. Woke up by like 3, and then
That's like
I basically my sleep schedule is basically naps. And then I'll like kind of take a nap before work.
well, how long are your naps?
Like a good solid like I'm out for a good hour and a half.
Oh, really? Dude, if I ever nap, which is like rare, it's like if I'm like running like 3-4 hours of sleep, I'll sleep. My naps are almost always exactly 3 hours.
See, I'm at like either 45 or an hour and a half. It's crazy how it's like exact, you know?
Yeah, I always hate when you wake up from naps, you feel like absolute shit. At least what I
Yeah,
do. Every time I wake up
yeah.
from a nap, I'm like, oh, this sucks.
It depends for if I hit the 45, I'll wake up and I'm like, all right, let's go. I'm good.
Go.
Just if you go just a little bit more over, then yeah, dude, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
all
that
over.
is the thing. Like, I guess naps are supposed to be like only like less than an hour increments. Where
It's
like
like-
if it's too long, then you're just sleeping.
It's like cooking bread, you know. You leave it in there a little bit too much, fuck, you know. You leave it in there just right. All right, you got some good bread. Well, here. So I wanted to show you this. So we can clip it. we can clip
your
it,
hat say?
no,
Raisin Wild.
Risen Wild.
Risen
That's what
Wild.
I'm repping. Even with the shorts and everything. We'll post
heard
this. We'll show it on the screen. We'll figure that out. But watch this.
I can just play it over. Just send it to me.
Hold it.
Oh my god.
Read it. Wait, rewind it. Read it.
Oh no, I am. Oh, okay. I want some. I'm bored. What's everyone up to? Save YouTube channel just one more game. That's true, bro. You got so much crumbs in your phone.
It's paint. What?
Oh, it's,
Watch it.
Oh, it's still going.
Yeah. Hey, Spence, look at this
Oh,
one. Look at this funny video.
podcast. 2 trolls. You make this today?
Yeah.
Weekend stories party. Advertisement topic. Call in for advice. Advice, dude. We'd be the last people to get crazy experiences, different people, new guests. Local memes.
Shout outs. The last one.
What made you, wait, how long did you, when did you make that?
I made it this morning because all last night at work I was on a spree of what is it called? Megamind. Megamind edit level 6. If you go on that,
Oh, I haven't seen-
you'll
yeah.
see. Because, dude, I love the internet. People just, you know, we've all seen the first 2 levels of where it shows him from back at the barnyard, like that and everything, and then him as supposed superhero.
Oh, that fuck that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'll see like the memes, and then like he kicks the
That's
bus.
not the same guy though, right? It's just like it's like the same
I-
character looking, but like different.
I would have to see if it's from the same like
I don't think so.
if it's from like DreamWorks, for example. You know,
Yeah.
I forget.
Pixar.
Yeah, if it is, then maybe something like that. But I think someone just said, "Oh, look, it's the same." But the reason why I love the internet is because I just went down the rabbit hole and people kept it going. Then it goes back to the Megamind, and then it goes back to his robot, and then it goes back to like some other, and it's just different levels of like people getting ready, dun dun dun, dun 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 dun, dun. And then like the memes. Like I saw this League of Legends ones. It goes like the first one like Katarina, Zed, like Kane, whoever, and then like kicks the bus, and then like who blocks it is like Iron Mains, like Renekton Main. Just
Yeah, people are really creative with those.
Yeah, so funny. It actually makes me want to go back on Funny Junk.
Funny junk.
When was the last time you've been on there?
8th grade.
What about
It's all like
what,
Reddit.
what
now.
about Stardoll? When was the last
Oh,
time you've been on
God.
Stardoll? Or
4th grade?
what was it called? Neopets.
I never played that.
Oh, dude, I was all about Neopets.
Yeah. It's all just update. I don't think even I don't even know if Funny Junk's an even a website anymore. iFunny,
Jamie, look up. No.
iFunny. Everything's like Reddit now. I have Reddit.
And even Reddit, dude, it sucks. So, like, Reddit just, it got overtaken. It's not what it used to be.
Yeah, I barely go on it, honestly. I feel like my time wasting social media apps is like Instagram or like recently I've been going back to TikTok or YouTube. If I have time, I'm gonna like play like League or something.
That's how I am.
Mhm.
Honestly, like, I always tell Kara, like, her equivalent of being on her phone for me is playing like a game of League.
Yeah, it's crazy how like different, like how it's just like you're not ever tired of it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like you play like Ratchet and Clank or you play something, you're like, okay, I'm over it. Like Skyrim, it's like there's a lot of stuff to do, but you get tired of it. I think it's different every time. Every game's different.
And you know, there's something about that, you know, like whether if it's like the constant change, or whether if it's like the fact that you can unlock so many different abilities or like skins, for example, or
yeah, I don't overpay for those. I feel like
you don't have
some
to,
of them
though.
are bullshit. Some of them
you
are
get
just
the
like
skin shards.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, but like I remember like Brandon and Ethan and like the people who were like really into it would spend a lot. They put a lot, like they're like, I have almost every skin. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, dude, because it's like there's like one and every now and then where it's like, oh, that's a cool skin.
Yeah,
where it's like,
yeah.
so, but like other than that,
Crime
it's like
City
you're paying
Shaco.
like $10 just for legitimately like a different costume. It's like everything. The scenes are all the same.
Yeah.
Everything's the same. You know, like some of them are like very drastically different. And it changes the actual like player as itself, like the actual like the champion.
Like that, you know, the Battle Academia Caitlyn one where she laughs.
Oh yeah,
You always hear me,
yeah, yeah. Like that's
laughing like
different.
that.
You know, that's like,
Yeah.
you know, but other
I
ones
think
are-
I paid for that one.
Yeah.
Just specifically for that laugh, just to fuck with people.
Do you ever watch streamers, like Twitch
Nah.
streamers?
Again, I'd rather play.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do that. Like, some of them are like entertaining. Like, I just watched like Tyler One.
At work during
Yeah.
lunch, or like if I'm like eating at the dinner table, you know. Actually, no. You know who my when I'm eating at the dinner table, you know who I put on? Vlog Creations.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
I
Ross
fucking
Ross
love
Creations. Yeah,
him.
he's pretty funny.
I love him, dude. Like, I actually look forward to it. Like, it was on Saturday, you know. Karis and I, we went to go get Cane's, came back, you know, sat on the couch, had everything all ready, all of us, the sauces open, and then we're like, let's put it on. Vlog Creations, and then he welding the car door shut and everything, dude. That guy's funny.
Dude, I can't handle canes. I've had canes maybe like 4 times in my life, and every time, it just gives me like the absolute worst. Like sometimes I can't even make it home. I'm gonna shit my pants.
Really?
You have to do like well done. I have to do like well done. Dude, have you ever cut open an actual Raising Cane's chicken? It's like
all
white.
the time, bro. I have that
It's
shit
like wet
weekly.
shit. Yeah, but it's like
Moist?
different, you know?
Moist.
No, dude, that thing's soaked.
What do you do if you first bite into a Chick-fil-A sandwich and it's dry?
I mean,
You'd be
I feel like it's a
"Ugh."
different consistency inside. I feel like Raising Cane's is like just like in the deep fryer or the fryer.
The thing that about chicken is it pisses me off how small chicken tenders you get.
Chickens piss you off. Wait, in what?
No,
oh,
like
Raising
just
Cane's?
in Chick-fil-A, Cane's, anything, you
McDonald's?
know. You go to Stater Brothers, they have good ones.
Yeah,
But
there's like
they're not
tenders.
like the good quality ones.
Yeah.
McDonald's is consistent with their chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
But dude, so when we were at the bar, we got McDonald's after, and then we came home. We just both knocked out, and I woke up the next morning and I warmed up my chicken nuggets, hoping, you know, everything's all right. You know, the fries, we didn't even touch them. I'm like, I'm okay with letting
You
those
can't
go.
reheat fries.
But I was thinking, oh, the chicken nuggets,
Yeah.
10-piece right here, got some ranch, barbecue. Nuh-uh, just as bad, dude. Ugh.
Who's fucking dog? You hear that dog barking?
It's gonna be all like people have to turn down their mics because they hear it.
No, I feel like that's like a dog across like some neighbors. I don't know. But yeah, you can't reheat fries. Do you have an air fryer?
No,
I don't either. Some people use them. I feel like that's the only thing I would ever use an air fryer for is fries.
but what is the difference between an air fryer,
Convection oven.
convention
Just
oven,
time.
like an oven? Like,
Time. Just quicker.
one thing I wanted to ask you, What's the weirdest color shit you've ever taken?
Blue.
Did you go to Afters?
No, dude. I don't know. Maybe too much hot Cheetos. Red. It's either black.
Damn, dude, you
it's either
literally
black,
hit both.
brown or green.
Okay, so I was getting ready today. I'm like, what's a good question to ask? What color shit did you take? You know, like what's the weirdest one? And I'm like, he's probably never hit blue or red. So I literally wrote down blue, red, question mark, you know, just as an answer.
Hot Cheetos.
Damn, you answered both. Blue
Not
and
blue.
red.
I was just kidding on blue.
Well, if you go to After, well, they're not there anymore. Afters isn't
Colonies?
there. The Colonies, yeah. Actually, I'm more of a Yogi-O's though. I fuck
next
with
to
Yogi-O's.
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
That's Yogi-O? I thought that was like...
Yeah, it's Yogi-O's.
Oh.
Afters though, they used to have that the blue
Yeah.
cookie ice cream,
You know
something
what
like that.
I was like weird with Afters? Every time I went there like maybe 2 or 3 times in my life, and every time I would go, they're like, what do you want? I'm like, I want that one. And they're like, okay, go wait by the cashier. Like, they don't let me watch them scoop it or whatever. Like, if you notice that, I mean, I don't know, I haven't been there in a while, but like every time I would go, anytime I would go, they would literally always be like, okay, I'll meet you at the cash register. I'm like, okay. And they just stare at me and wait for me to leave. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing to my ice cream? You know? Has that ever happened to you?
I usually just watch. I mean, I'll just kind of peek over and everything.
Okay, well, yeah. It's weird.
I think it's more. I don't even know. That's them. They have to make them. They have to speak for themselves. I'm not
Dude,
gonna back them
I
up.
haven't been there once, and that wasn't the case. Where they're like, okay, I'll go meet you over there, and then just stare at me, and I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
she actually like stared at you and everything.
There's
Like,
been several times.
Why are you
this happened.
staring? I said go to the cashier.
I know she's like, it's fucking like just literally just like will not scoop any ice cream until I like leave.
Sir,
I know, right?
sir.
And it's just me.
She's screaming at you. What? It just.
Yeah, I haven't been there. I didn't even know that they were closed down. I probably would have known ever. I don't ever really go there.
I never tried the donut with the ice cream.
Yeah,
to
I don't really
me,
do that
like
either.
I don't know. That's just too much for me.
Yeah, I don't. I've never. Maybe no, because that's just like I don't know. A lot of people
That's
get it.
too much. Yeah, but for me, that's just like okay.
I feel like that doesn't go together. Donuts and ice cream,
It may,
like as a
but
sandwich.
just the fact
I mean,
that I'm eating a donut with a donut's already
Well, I
bad.
feel like you're also chewing ice cream too. It's like when have you ever like bitten
like
into ice
like
cream?
like a ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, but you gotta bite into the donut to like get through it all, and you're gonna be biting into ice cream. It's like,
Well, same
I feel
thing
like
with
you're,
ice
like-
cream sandwich.
I
You
feel like
might
I've
get two
gotten one.
cookies.
Oh, you know what I've gotten? Absolutely fucking the most disgusting thing ever. It was we went to the Orange County Fair, and you know how they always have like the ridiculous like food, you know, like the little like trucks.
Yeah.
You know, they're like deep fried Oreos, which aren't bad. A lot of people get them. I was like looking at it. I was like, I want to make a video. And I'm like, what's the absolute fucking disgusting thing I can buy here? And there was a chicken ice cream donut sandwich. And there was like fucking tomatoes in it, vanilla ice cream, a donut, and a fat like Raising Cane's undercooked piece of slab chicken. And I'm like, let me one, please. I'm gonna let me get one of those. I'm like, it's gonna be absolutely disgusting. But I can make a funny bit out of it. I didn't feel good after eating that, dude. I fucking just felt so gross. Like I felt like throwing up actually, which makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Like the ice cream was for sure like dryers or like just like the absolute like cheapest ice cream there was.
Yeah.
The only thing that was like somewhat decent was the donut. The chicken was just like, you know, none of those things should belong together. Like I didn't know why like. And it took so long for them to make, probably because nobody orders that. They're like, shit, we got to go to the store and buy it. You know? I was like the only person who bought one.
Ugh, dude, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, for me, I think I would say like the frog legs, the fried frog legs.
I've never seen that. I've heard of that, but like not of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you had that before?
No, I wouldn't try that. I have to go to like France for that. If I'm
Yeah, you
in
could do
if
that
I'm in
here.
France, you know, I'd be like, yeah, sure, you know.
That's like
serve me up
snails.
Snails too. I don't know.
I've done that before.
Have you ever had an oyster?
Yeah, not
What do
in
you
a
think
long
of them?
time though. I mean, I haven't had it recent enough to like, just like chew, like feels like you're just chewing on like muscle, but I don't know. It's not bad, but I haven't had it in a long time to like remember what it was exactly like. Just slurp that up and it's
Yeah.
Have you?
I've had. I don't remember. I just remember like.
You ever have alligator?
No, but I've had rattlesnake.
Oh, when Wade cooked it when we were going camping that one time?
No, separate occasion.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me about that actually. Rattlesnake.
Tastes like chicken. Maybe that's just a generic taste of everything.
I honestly think it does. Like even like duck and stuff, it tastes like
Any like white
like
meat
chicken.
versus red meat, you know.
Yeah.
So then, what do humans taste like then?
probably chicken.
Interesting.
Just I don't know. I don't know where. How many people out there do you think have actually tried human?
Oh, for sure. There's people there.
I feel like it's a good amount.
We could probably cut right here and do a cut.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so I have one last question. One last question though.
Yeah.
Are you pro Israel or Palestine?
Shit. So you want to go there?
No, just kidding. I'm kidding. Like a funny, like topical question to like end with, and you just look at me.
Well, let's see.
I feel like we should end our podcast by asking like one like very like deep question, but you don't answer. Like, okay, that's it. You know, like just don't even want to answer it. You want to try it again?
I'll do something like that.
Yeah, there really is. And then just get up and leave. Walk out.
And then okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're gonna need something to flow it in because we can't. I mean, we can just do a cut. So let's think of one more. Let me see one more topic. Daniel, what was the questions that you had for us? Did you ever think of one?
No rehearsal.
Let's try a bit. What type of should we pause this? You think?
No, just he's
'Cause-
gonna have to post edit it.
Okay.
No, that's fine. Just cut it out. Cut it up.
I don't know. Let's think of let's go to the board right now and
Okay.
start drawing something. So what's the first shape that we're gonna create in the board?
You already have a bit.
Do you know anything?
You mean like a bit to do like right now?
Yeah, and
What-
then we can end it with a question.
You know, one thing I want to do though, I was thinking about on this podcast that I think would be so
Yeah.
funny because I want to do like surprises and stuff. I think it'd be so funny for one of these days. I want you to be sitting there. I want to bring in just like, I don't know how I'm gonna figure this out and make it happen, but I want to get a really old, like late '80s old grandpa, just get him butt ass naked and just have him sit next to you the entire time.
Oh my gosh!
So I feel like your reaction just like looking over and just seeing him sit next to you. Bobby, I don't know. Can you buy one of those? Can you hire somebody to do that? Is there a long? Is there
I have a friend with a grandpa who would probably be down.
Is there a place you can go to rent naked elderly people?
Jamie, Google where to buy naked elderly people.
I seriously doubt that's an actual thing. It's go next to the trash bag or the trash can. I think there's like another. Yeah. Oh, it's
Down
over.
there,
Yeah,
down
it's on
there.
the computer screen. Just drag it over. Naked, dude. I know. I don't know if there's this place you can actually go to
Okay, so
rent or buy.
I got an
I don't
idea.
know what's doing that
You
actually.
you call a stripper place,
Mhm.
and when they get here, you know the ladies will come in. They'll say they're welcome and everything. Like yeah, hi. Actually,
We should talk about that. The bachelor
your-
party strippers.
your dude there, the pimp, the old guy, can you actually strip for us instead? Yeah, ladies, you can just hang back to hold on to the money. Yeah, can you? Yeah, like that. Yeah. There you go. Take them off.
I don't know if that would actually work. You want to talk about that though? The bachelor party strippers.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Dude, that was fun.
I tried. I wanted to film. Oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
Would you type in "rent a naked grandpa"? Watch the war with grandpa. Prime Video. Oh man. that's
Prime Video.
You're gonna get a bunch of cuts.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
FBI's like, hello.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So I wanted to film because I was like, I wanted to get like a clip. I wanted to film the strippers there before they got naked, because obviously it's like I don't want to blur it.
Yeah.
But the second they started going, I pulled out my phone, I started recording. One of them looked at me and she stopped. She goes, "No, No, I was like, oh fuck, okay, I put it away. I was like, I don't want to ruin this whole thing. I don't want them to get up and leave. Because that fucking, there was the two girls, Cherry and like Stephanie,
Yeah.
and they're with that one,
the old guy.
yeah, that guy for sure killed somebody. Have you seen his face?
Oh,
I'm
you know
like,
what I was thinking about? That guy for sure had like a gun on him.
Oh,
maybe
what-
two.
yeah, without a
like,
doubt,
He
probably
was
had a
for
gun on
sure
him.
like strapped.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh fuck, well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that was a fun time though, dude. I was honestly just there just because I wanted to watch you and like Brandon and like Matt and Phil to get a lap dance. That's all I was there for. I was like, I don't want one. I don't care for that at all. But I want to watch like, and dude, Brandon wouldn't even do it. Brandon was like, no. I'm like, everyone here besides like me and Matt have a girlfriend or like in a relationship.
yeah.
But it's like it's a part of like the ceremony, you know.
Yeah,
Brandon's like,
I
no,
literally
no.
had tits and ass in my face.
Yeah.
With my father-in-law sitting there laughing, watching me.
Yeah. You know, and Brad's like, no. And then he broke up with like, you know, the girl. And then they're back together. They started a new Instagram account.
Together?
Yeah, it's like something nature. It's like a nature thing. It's like their is like both of them together. I don't know. It's pretty weird, but yeah, that was a fun time though. That was definitely fun. Crazy shit went down though. That's for sure.
You know, like I probably wouldn't do it again. It's a cool experience to have, and to have some tits in your face. I had 2 sets of tits in my face. Like it doesn't get better than that. I mean, they could have been a little bit bigger, but personal preference. But yeah, it's not something that I would be like, let's go to the strip club. Let's go get some strip. No, like, then I think this could be my approach too, because I kind of was just like, yeah, giving out all the ones, and then like next dance, and then I'm like, oh well, I'm out of ones.
Next dance. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was the thing. Is like, dude, Brody wanted us to bring like $100 each to throw at them. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, hey man, Pornhub's free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All I care about is watching you get a lap dance. I don't want one. If it means I don't get one, that's fine. I don't care at all.
Dude, did I tell you Karis met the stripper?
Yeah, no, she was at the she
went to the bar after, and then I was like, "Are you
Cherry,
like
that was
strawberry or
Cherry.
something?" Cherry. She goes, "Oh yeah." I go, "Oh my gosh, this is my fiance right here." You know,
You're like,
Is
you were
it-
just naked,
yeah.
or you dancing with me butt ass naked.
Yeah.
You grabbed $1 off
And
my mouth
Karis, "Oh
with
my
your
gosh,
ass.
hi!" You know, and everything. I'm like, nice. So, do you want to come back to our place?
I know, right? It's like, hey, how do you pay for these drinks? She's like, you guys.
Yeah. Basically.
Oh man, that was a fun weekend. That was really fun. Oh, but I have one question for you. Are you pro Israel or Palestine? What team are you?
Yeah, fuck that.
All right, see you guys next week.
Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So we're here today. It's me, Russ.
I'm Daniel, or Danny, if you know Taylor Allen's mom. No, seriously, she was the first one who ever called me Danny. And then she would call this is before the age of cell phones. And I told Brody this. Maybe Brody will watch this. I said, Taylor would call me, hey, is Danny there? And our mom, because we're brothers in case no one knows, our mom would be like, I named him Daniel. And so, yeah, that's how my nickname got Danny.
Danny. Interesting.
True facts through friends.
Interesting. So we're here. Yep, this is my brother Daniel, and let us know down in the comments who has the better beard. Me, for sure. You know what sucks though? So for work, I had to take a respirator test, and oh my gosh, this thing. I'm gonna have to shave it off. So
that automatically disqualifies you.
well, as of now, I have the better beard. Next video probably.
Do you
Probably
mean
not.
the messier beard or cleaner beard?
The cleaner for sure? Just the overall better.
Oh, the messier one. I know what you mean.
Good. I'm glad you know that I have the better the better one. So what was it that we were talking about? We were talking about earlier the concept of, was it people? The word people. So
Oh yeah, it goes into the idea of persona, because people, it comes from Shakespeare's era. Okay, so everyone has a mask. That, you know, you wear the mask in
Oh,
Shakespeare.
That's right. Huh?
Yeah, so persona, people, you have to think about all these words. They intertwine with each other. Everyone wears the mask. And if you think of yourself as a person, you should really think about yourself as like wearing a mask. A Noob Saibot mask. I'm just kidding. But everyone has a mask. And persona emanates in the Shakespeare, maybe, I don't remember what century he was from, 15th century, 16th century, medieval time period. The idea of a person, it means that you wear the mask. And if you really think about it, it's like everyone is this character.
Okay.
And you become something. And a lot of people are a particular character. I've heard that people have 3 faces. The first face is the one that you show to everybody. The second face is the one that you show to your close family and friends. And the third face is the one that you show only to yourself. And that's where true transformation takes place. It's kind of trippy if you think about it.
So the transformation happens by first the understanding of the self of, okay, I'm home alone and this is when these certain thoughts come out. So this is one face. And it's almost like an onion, so to say.
Yeah,
that may be the core. When you first meet someone, oh yeah, this is me. You know, this is my smile. This is who I am. This is who I like to come across. I am this, and that. You know, and then you peel back, and then now, you know, this is who I am. You know, the middle of the onion. Then all the way at the core is like, this is my true nature.
Well, with
Something like that.
With a joke of the cartoon, that reminds me of SpongeBob with his onion episode.
The smelly breath one.
Yeah, but moving beyond past that, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, it's different layers. Everyone has a different type of layer, and the most intense one is when you do like shadow working and you learn about the deepest parts about what makes you fearful, because fear is the beginning of wisdom. A lot of people would think of fear as being an inferior. Whoa, it's weird that word is in there. I didn't even realize. Inferior fear. But you know, shadow working is the idea that you allow the deepest parts of you that make you either afraid or anxiety or depressed, and it shows you as a mirror, face to face, what your deepest struggles are. It's probably the best inner work that someone could do.
So where does the fear come into this this picture that we present of shadow working, you know? Where's the fear at in there? Is it the fear of, I don't know, go ahead. What do you think?
Well, okay, so we think of like our shadow, and then a light is projected, and then there's the shadow side, and then you always see the shadow. So the whole idea of shadow working is that you use the darkest parts about yourself to expose like who you are. And this can't be understood from other people. This can only be understood within yourself. It's like the idea of happiness. Happiness doesn't come from outside or out there. Happiness is an inside job, something that goes on inside.
So hearing that, kind of to answer my own question, I think once you start having this outlook that we're describing, you have already overcame the fear, because the fear is seeing this true you in this new light, so to say. You know, you're not going to want to talk about, oh, hey, let's talk about the worst aspects of myself. I mean, one's not going to say that, but you overcome the fear of that. Hey, what do you think I should work on? And then that's the path of wisdom. So I think that kind of answers my own question a little bit.
Yeah.
Of where the fear comes from. Because what we're describing is a state of already overcoming fear. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. And sometimes that's not realized. It's really not realized until someone puts consciousness into the idea.
Mm,
And so
okay.
and so it becomes a almost tricky grounds, is because it's like, well, I don't have no fear. That's where the ego comes in. You know, like even
Oh,
Mike
okay.
Tyson talks about himself having ego. Yeah, he had a huge ego, and he's very upfront about the idea that, yeah, he did have a big ego. I do
Okay.
too. You know, like, and those are steps in life that you have to learn how to overcome. And shadow working is where you look in yourself deep into the deep waters, and you see yourself in the mirror and think, well, something's not right, you know?
Mm,
And that's where the shadow side comes out. And you basically use the negative side of yourself to expose your weaknesses. And then my best example for this, for people who might not understand, is a BMX biker. You know, the guy who would ride his BMX bike and do dirt jumps. You know who excelled in those sports?
hmm.
It was those dudes who were not down to, I said that wrong. It was those dudes who were down to actually do the dirt jump. That was their fear. And then they overcame it as they landed. Or they fell and got hurt and tried again. That's the most basic way I could describe shadow working. It's very powerful stuff.
You know, hearing this, it it takes me back to college, and what was it? It was a guidance class. Donna Calandras, I think.
What college?
Chafee. She explained the word and the definition of this word, metacognition. Meta meaning
It reminds me of, what's his name? Zuckerberg with the metaverse, and then cognition is a reference of mentality, thinking, mind.
So what is the definition of the prefix meta?
I forget.
Spence, can you look that up?
Yeah, you'll have to look it up.
Look up
No, that's Jamie.
Jamie, look that up for us, please. Ben.
Meta. Meta might have be. Oh, it says right here. Short for meta key. Referring to
itself
self.
or the conventions of its.
Got to find a better definition, but meta.
Self, what is that? It's not reflection. Look up prefix.
Yeah, so meta might mean the idea of like being probably epic. That's what I think. Meta is a prefix for more comprehensive or transcending. Sounds perfect. I mean,
Transcending. Okay, so the word
metacognition.
metacognition. So you know, you can look up the suffix of cognition and stuff, and then that'll give you a true example. But point being, so I was in college when I learned about this word metacognition, which is to think about the way you think. So, example, mom would always tell me, Russell, go do the dishes. Oh, I hate the dishes. Man, I'm so mad. The last thing I want to do is the dishes. Well, because I trained myself growing up to hate the dishes. But once I got an apartment and it's like, what am I going to do? Tell my wife, I hate doing the dishes. No, you know, I'm not going to speak to her that way. I'm going to speak to her as like, hey, okay, I'll unload, you know, if you load. So, point being, like, the word metacognition, to think about this. So, I'm thinking about how I used to think versus the way I think now. So, to sum up that idea in a word would be metacognition. So, you start to think about the way you think, and then now you start to hear the words you're starting to say. I, me, how about, or whatever. And it really, when you start listening to the words you're saying, it describes what you're feeling inside. You know, like if you, I understand, you know, like I've seen a chart somewhere, someone made the correlation of like the chakras versus like I am being the root, or I feel being like, I
like
think
the source,
like the second one, and then like I think, like, you know, the 6, or I understand is like the crown, you know. So once you're saying the word I understand blank, then it's coming from a place of like the crown, which is symbolized as the reference as like the wisdom or whatever. And obviously you need to first conquer the first 6 before you can unlock the 7th, the wisdom. So, you know, point being, you take this idea for this is for those of you who believe in like chakras or anything. I'm not even going to go and get into it. Point being, you start listening to the words, the actual words you say, and it speaks on how you're feeling.
Oh yeah. I'm also a firm believer in like your word is impeccable, which is just another way of
Don
saying
Miguel.
Who's that? I've never heard of that guy, so that's definitely not where I got it. But maybe an echo. Maybe it's an echo chamber.
Don Miguel, that's from the Four Agreements.
Oh yeah, be impeccable with your
The
word,
first one.
which is just another way of saying like, you know, like the things
Say it
that
with
we
your
speak, the things that we speak become into existence. And I actually did this with this podcast. You know, there was a certain point where I decided, okay, and with conversating with you too, I decided, well, I'm going to make a podcast. So I spoke those words to myself, and then it manifested, right? So there's this idea of speaking things into existence. And I think I remember learning from like Arnold Schwarzenegger when I was like really into like his type of weight training and stuff. He would say that he would have like a poster of like his favorite bodybuilder, and he would like just put it up next to his bed, so when he wakes up he looks at it, and it's a program that you start to see it every single day. And then by that image, which by the way is the source of marketing, in case anybody was wanting to know, it's the idea of programming yourself to like see these things. And
Subliminally.
even further than subliminally, it's like you're literally seeing it. It's like not even subliminal, it's right in your face. And you see it, and then eventually you start to manifest it. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's how things work a lot of times.
The middle ground of what you're saying would be, you know, obviously it's hitting your subconscious mind. So I think that's where the word subliminally would fit into the context of what we're saying.
Oh yeah, that's a good connection.
Um,
There's the common word of subliminal and sublime and subconscious. It's sub, so something being underneath.
Sub-Zero.
Imagine. That dude is pretty cool.
So by seeing this poster every day, the subliminal message is you're going to be like this.
Yeah. So my first subliminal message that I remember was when I was like an 8th grader or maybe a freshman in high school at Altaloma High School. So
the Braves!
Retro podcast. And so freaking Legends High School, everyone went there after school and smoked cigs.
Smoke some butts.
And I used to see it.
Let me see that, Spence.
And then and then I would see it, and then guess what?
Huh.
I was at Legends
Doing it too?
smoking stoked. But everyone did it.
Smoking a butt.
And then Nadine worked there too. She used to work there. I don't know if you remember. Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, she would work there, and then.
What the
But
fuck?
you know who used to hang out at Legends was like, okay, so you have this Gothic era. Okay, so you have the Goths. And then after the Goths, you have the emo tribes like emerging with the white belts and the black pants and the whatever the heck emo people would do. But it was like the Gothics would hang out at Legends.
So who hung out at Carl's?
The Mexicans, literally the Mexicans. That's who hung out there. And I hung out there too. But not for that long. I would eventually drift over across the street.
What about
to Legends.
McDonald's?
Dang, I don't
Who
even
was
know.
at McDonald's?
That's
The poor people.
That's a question for the comments. Who chilled at McDonald's in high school? And I'm sure it switched over the years.
Yeah, because
I don't even
all the
remember.
nerds
It
went
was
to
like
the nerds went
random.
to Legends for fucking Cardin's extra credit. Oh, come here, learn about the Constitution and get some extra credit.
So, okay, just for our audience who will pay attention, my brother and I are 6 years apart. And then, so my experience was with Legends had nothing to do with nerds. It was like the outcasts. It was like the people who would wear a bunch of black, and they didn't have to wear black, but they were just, I don't know, the
That's just
outcasts,
what-
just
that's
different. They were the people who would like make weird cat noises if you were a girl, and then you would be at Legends.
And now the girls are actually dressing up as cats.
I guess.
Like nowadays, the girls at Legends today are cats.
I guess that's just a manifestation. That's so weird.
Over time, the girls have became more and more.
That's
like
why I'm saying
cats.
word is impeccable. You know, you speak things into existence. One generation is meowing, the next generation is dressing up as cats.
So you spoke this into existence.
No, not me.
You're the reason why there's cat people.
I would go there for the chili cheese fries.
No, they put that cayenne pepper, or not cayenne pepper. Some
They had a lot of
lawyers the lawyer seasoning salt on their fries,
Yeah.
and it always get to your fingers. You're like, what is this? And stuff. It was always super good. But they're expensive though. Legends is expensive.
Did you know that at Legends they have ostrich on the menu?
I heard something like that.
I didn't hear it. I actually looked at their menu. I said, "Oh, hold on, I want to see what you have." And then
an
she's like, "Okay,
ostrich
take your time."
hamburger, huh?
And then it was ostrich hamburger, literally
It was,
ostrich.
huh?
And I asked the girl who was working there, and this is not when I'm in high school. This is like me in my young adult years. I go through the drive-through. I'm like, I want something different than what I usually get. And so I see on the menu ostrich burger. I said, "What is ostrich burger?" And she was hesitant, and then she told me that it's ostrich, but she was afraid to say it. She was probably a sad vegan or something.
She didn't want to be the bearer of bad news to you.
And I'm not a
Hate to-
hater against vegans. It's just my whole point is that she knew that like this was like a rare hamburger. And
Well, she was the bearer of bad news. You know, she had to be the one. Hey, sorry, I
Yeah,
have
that's
to be the one
true.
to tell you this is real ostrich. You know, the cute bird, animal, whatever it is. Yeah, eating him.
like I remember ostriches in like Donkey Kong because you would get him as a character. And like as a special thing, then you would ride the ostrich and jump up and down.
Did you ever see the ostrich picture I put up in the room when she moved out? It was
No.
like one that Dad took. It was a picture of an ostrich like this, but then like
Oh, maybe.
right in front, framing this ostrich, is another one, and it's all blurry and everything. It's a cool
I
picture.
might have seen that.
It's a cool picture. I put up on the wall.
I just remember saying to her like, "What is an ostrich burger?" And then she said, "Well, it's like an actual ostrich." And then I thought about how large this species is, this ostrich, and then you turn it into a hamburger, and then I ate it. I did eat it, and it tasted gamey. And so gamey is I'm not a hunter. I don't hunt. But gamey is the idea that meat is kind of tough. You know, like it's not like your average roastery chicken. This is like you could taste it for sure. It's different. Yeah.
Interesting. The only
So Legends has an ostrich burger. I don't know where their supply of ostriches come from.
shoot, now I want some Legends.
It's just different. It's just it tastes gamey.
The only gamey type of food that I can recall having was I was at camp with Charles Gutierrez and we were fishing.
Dang,
This-
he's
this
like
is-
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, seriously. And then I throw my fishing rod back and I look when I went back, I hooked this kid right in his eye, right here, right below his eye, and why isn't it going? And I'm just yanking this kid's eye. I'm surprised I didn't rip his skin. And then we unhook it. Yeah, no, seriously. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I just almost ripped out my friend's eye at camp right now. And then we were walking back, and then the story gets worse, we're walking back, and we hear, and then get back. There's a rattlesnake, and then he finds a stick and he's hitting this thing, and I just remember seeing this thing going at him, and he's fighting it with a stick. I'm like, dang, dude, this is crazy. It just keeps escalating. Anyone have a knife? Hand me a knife, hurry. I had a little freaking Sequoia's knife with my name etched on the side, and on the other side it's the Sequoia National Park, and I give it to him, and he just slices a snake's head off, and it's all...
Dang. You know how like you cut the lizard's tail off and it keeps going?
Yeah,
but this is a snake.
Same thing with snakes. You cut the head off, and the head actually sometimes it'll move. It'll
just
do
out
something
of
like that. But the body was all we fished. We got the head and we fished with it while the body was still snaking around behind us. We didn't catch anything, but I mean, we came home and we freaking cooked up the snake. I still had the rattle somewhere in the...
I just saw an Instagram video of... Because this is reminding me of this. I seen an Instagram video of a Chinese girl eating like a raw snake. And then she just eats it.
Yeah, I thought I saw something. Ugh.
And it's always a Chinese girl. It's not like a Chinese dude doing this.
Right up to the microphone.
It's always like... she could be Japanese or Hong Kong or
she's
from somewhere.
Korean. She's Korean.
Maybe, but I feel
she's Squid Games.
She's definitely a Squid Game girl, and she just eats the snake.
Ugh.
And then I've also seen the videos of the Chinese girls. They eat the just the bat raw. And I'm not talking about American Chinese. This is like across the world. This is like they don't care. All the subtitles are in Japanese or Chinese
or Squid Games,
and then they just eat the bat. I saw a bat today at work, and it was a baby bat, and I kept reflecting on this bat. How did it end up on the floor? It was on the floor and it couldn't freaking fly. So what was up with this bat? Like, okay, so I open up the door, I open it, and then there's a bat because I didn't notice it at first.
Yeah.
This bat, it was just, I'm thinking about how did it end up here? Okay, so I'm thinking either it flew into the building and then it sucked because it crashed and then fell on the floor and was just limping. I felt so bad, and it actually looked cute too. It was like a little cute baby.
Like a little baby corona.
It was a little baby coronavirus. And I seen this bat, and I was like, well, like, I don't want to go in because it's gonna go in the door. So what am I gonna do? So with this bat, I just kind of open the door, and then it's just hopping. It's trying to flap away, and it's just hopping. I felt so bad. I was like, well, I should help it. Like, I felt bad. And then, but I had to hurry up and get to work, because I was already kind of pushing it pretty late. And about 30 or 1 hour later, I go back out the window to check, like, where's my friend? And then it's just not there. So it must have been under a bush. My other hypothesis about this particular bat that I saw, I think that it might have been nested above on the roof, like 20 feet above, and possibly it just like fell, like trying to escape the nest, and then got injured because it's a baby bat trying to learn how to fly. But it's a freaking rat with wings. And I seen the bat, and then I don't know, like that's not something you see every day over here.
You'll see those freaking little ball sack birds walking on the sidewalk. You're like, ugh, what's that ball sack doing there? Oh, it's a baby bird. But yeah, not the bats like that. Not the baby coronas.
I never see those coronas around. And I think that eventually it hopped under a bush and then probably started eating insects. I never see stray cats around, so I don't think that it got eaten, but that was the last I saw of him or her. I don't know how to identify the gender of bats. I don't know.
Chinese.
Yeah. China. Speaking of China, there's a UFC fight tomorrow. I don't know why that had anything to do with China.
No, it correlates.
It
correlates.
does because Colby Covington kind of talks of, he's all pro America.
Oh, he's fighting tomorrow. Oh, nice. That'll be cool. I bet you think Trump's gonna be there?
I watched some interviews with him, and he says, because the last fight, Colby actually talked to Trump.
Yeah.
He did talk to Trump, and he called him right after the fight. You're such a good fighter, this and that. But I'm also excited for Usman to fight too.
Okay.
I'm excited to watch both fighters fight. And but yeah, I don't know. I think that Colby Covington has a whole new game plan. He represents America, which is tight, and it's just he's hilarious. He's very dumb. He makes you think that he's stupid, but I don't know.
He has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. So, who do you think's gonna win?
I can't predict who will win because I like how Usman fights.
It's a second fight. The first one, Kamara won.
Yeah.
Oh, so then.
And Kamara Usman broke his jaw, but I mean Covington protested, and he has a lot of evidence that no, it's not broken. So, I personally want to see Colby win so that they could have a third fight.
Well,
but if Usman is the king and dominates him, then that's what's going to happen.
He deserves it.
Then that's it. That's what the fight's going to be.
And if he loses, he's gonna be like, "Your wife's in my DMs."
No, that's McGregor. Colby will have something like that, but way cheesier.
Yeah.
Colby has a cheesy, he calls him Marty Fakes Newsman. That's his nickname.
He's the cute Anon fighter.
Yeah.
Well, you guys heard it here first. Tomorrow, is it Colby or Colby?
Colby with a B, like Cobalt, like when you go to Lowe's and buy tools, Cobalt.
Or Cabal.
Kind of like that, but more like Cobalt from Lowe's.
So, you heard it here first. Colby's going to win tomorrow, and Cabal versus Sub-Zero. Who wins that fight?